Oh my gosh, you heard sirens? Last night we had excitement here in my city. It was the annual festivities where there's a carnival, there's food trucks that come in, of course, there's vendors that come in, there are businesses that advertise, for themselves. The community comes together, the schools, the different organizations, etc. I like to hang out at my brother's house while my son goes to the carnival now that he's older. So it was about 10-ish, and I decided, you know what, I'm going home. I know the carnival isn't quite over. My son's still at the carnival. Me and my brother were watching Halloween movies. Hubie Halloween, Casper, Beetlejuice. My brother has new neighbors, and I was getting into my vehicle, and someone from his neighbor was behind me, and he startled me. He started talking. He's like, they're throwing rocks, and maybe he said shots. My hearing is not good, y'all. And he's like, but they caught him. So I texted my brother while I'm waiting for my truck to warm up. Didn't think it was a big deal, although there's a lot of people coming my way, and normally there's not that many people, even though my brother lives right by the carnival. But then again, I was like, well, maybe that is the new population because there's so many new homes in our area now. So I texted my brother, and I think he responded with what? At this point, driving away, there's 2 stop signs I had to get to, so I got past one. My brother called me, so I was telling him what I heard, and then he had to cut me off. He's like, let me call you back. So then I get to the second stop sign, and I see a whole bunch of people just like looking towards the left. So I had to turn left. That was my only option. But I like to pass by the carnival and look at everything. Believe it or not, you guys, I was not recording. It would have been good footage. I was the only vehicle driving. Usually there's a lot of cars passing. Well, shortly, as soon as I turned left, I couldn't go any further. Luckily, I was able to back out and go back in the direction I came because there was police everywhere. There was a large crowd everywhere, on either sides, on all sides. So I'm calling my son at this point to make sure he's okay. Later I found out he saw me doing my U-turn. So I went back to my brother's house and decided just to stay there until things cleared down because I wanted to make sure my son was going to be okay too. He was with his friends. He had a ride home with his friend. I found out that there was a shooting down from the carnival, and they were shooting towards my brother's house. So his neighbor, who has a brand new home that got constructed, his window, a shot came through his window. We later found out that his neighbor across the street had shots in his house. I checked my vehicle. I'll have to go look again, but I didn't see any shots, and my brother checked his property. There was no shots. It all happened just a few minutes before I walked out. Can you imagine? This just became a testimony. Can you imagine if I had left my brother's house a few minutes sooner and went in that direction? I would have been caught in the fire, the shots. Oh, God is good. God is good. And I was sitting there contemplating. I wanted to leave a little bit sooner because I started yawning, and I was like, maybe I'll go get something to eat at 10 o'clock at night, and then go get my son. Lord, God is good. God is great all the time. Whew. When my brother pulled up his camera footage and we heard, the shots in his camera, he normally has his door open, but it was still too warm this year. Too warm to keep it open, so we didn't hear anything because we were watching the movies. Oh, yes. Lord, thank you. I cannot believe that.